we're here with Max and Sophia, and today they're going to show us their pigs, cows, goats, and rabbits, and we're going to learn all about their animals.
Hi, I'm Sophia. I'm 10 years old. I am part of the Carroll County 4-H. Today I'm going to tell you about some of the animals on our farm. These are my goats. This is Carl. He is a boy. He is a wether. That is Clover. She's a girl. She is a doeling. They're both boar goats, and that means they're all white except for their head, which is usually brown or black. So their size for fair, they have to be at least 40 pounds or bigger. Their ears are very long, and then there's some goats who have their ears sticking up, but they do not. Just like steers and sheep, goats are ruminants. That means they like to eat grass, and then it goes down into their stomach, then it comes back up, and you call that cud, and then they chew it again, then they swallow it. And so we have to feed goats hay, their regular feed, and water, and they eat 3% of their body weight, except is not all food. Some of it is also grass and hay. For goats, you need very special housing. They love to climb. They also need somewhere to get out of the wind and weather. And
can you show us the wind and weather? Can you show us the barn?
So they have a spot where they can get in. They can snuggle up in the back with all of the straw. And so up here they have hay, which they eat, and that straw, which they sleep on. And then I give them some food, about a cup every feeding. And so they also have a water bucket, but they need to be able to reach down into the water, and it has to be full so they can actually reach it. Goats are very curious creatures, and they love to play and climb. One of their favorite things is to run up here, and then they will eventually go down the slide. Sometimes we'll even headbutt each other. I like goats because they're very funny and they have great personalities. I really enjoy raising them and just watching them grow up. Hi, this is Bobo, a New Zealand meat rabbit. The average colors they come in are black, white, and red. She is 3 years old, and the average weights are usually 10 to 12 pounds. So as you can see, she needs food, water, and hay. She also likes fresh grass, strawberries, and apples. So there are many different ways to keep your rabbit safe and secure. You just use a puppy gate and an old bin. You cut a hole in the bin, the right size for her. This is a safe house for her, so she can get away from weather and predators. And it is a portable playhouse, so we can move her to fresh grass whenever she needs one. When holding your rabbit, you want to support her big back feet, and you want to hold her tight against your body so she feels secure. And as you can see, her ears are straight up, where some rabbits have saggy ears. Her nails and feet she uses for digging, And as you can see, her back feet were very big, and she uses those for hopping. 3, 2, 1. I like rabbits because they are very soft and cute. This is Pork Chop. He is one of my pigs, and I am going to show him at the 4-H fair this year, and I want to get him to 200 pounds, so he will make weight. And I really love these pigs. They're just so funny. Definitely the muddiest, but they are really fun to play with. This is a Duroc. As you can see, it's red. So pigs use their snout to dig in the mud, and if he'll turn around, you can see that his nose is very muddy. Sometimes they also roll in the mud because mud is their sunscreen, and they get sunburned very easily. So this is a crossbred between 2 different types of pigs. His name is Scrapple, and all these pigs are boys, and that means that they are barrows. And if we did have a young girl, its name, and it would be a gilt.
Good. Mm-hmm.
And so over here, we also have a Spot. His name is George, and he is just chilling. Alright, so you can also see that their ears have notches in them, and that just identifies what pig it is. So you can see that this pig was the 4th in the litter, and he was the 4th litter that pig had, and he is number 10.
So I am about to feed the steers. They get this feed. They get about 17 pounds twice a day. They each eat 8 to 9 pounds of it. The feed contains, corn, barley, bunch of grains, and then it's covered in molasses, so it tastes really good. Yeah.
Okay.
Herefords. These two are actually beef steers compared to the dairy steers that are that breed is usually Holsteins, black and white ones. There's other breeds like Angus, which is just straight black, and there's other differences and everything. These two are both boys, which is what makes them steers. So these are boys, so they're steers right now, and if they were girls, then they would be heifers. They grow to about 1,100 to 1,400 pounds. They've got decently big ears, so that's usually how we tag them and know which one is which. They've got a real long tail actually that's built exactly like a whip, so that if any flies come around, they can usually just swat it. They eat their feed here, which is their main course. But then they also eat a bunch of the grass and everything that grows. We've got a mineral block over there for them, and they actually know when they need the minerals, just because of how their body's reacting and everything. So sometimes you'll just see them go over there and start licking the mineral block. For housing, they actually, like, since they're made out of leather, they usually don't need anything whatsoever. We do have this little canopy here though, if they do want to get some cover or some shade from the sun. But usually they don't really need much when it comes to the weather. They're pretty adorable. I like these steers in particular actually because they're really fuzzy, first of all. And also they're very curious about everything. Like usually if you like put anything in their pen, they'll walk right over to it and kind of just stare at it for a little bit, not know what to do about it. You know, they're pretty friendly. Larry, which is this one closer to me, actually likes to lick everything that you put in his way. Speaking of which, their tongues are actually almost identical to sandpaper. Pretty interesting. And they're really long tongues. See it? So, since it's actually supposed to be really hot for the next week, we have to make sure that every morning we fill up their water, even if it doesn't need it, because these guys can't really sweat or anything, so they have to drink the cold water to cool off, and if they don't have any cold water, then they can't really cool off at all. So every morning we gotta get some cold water in there to help them cool off throughout the day.
Thanks for visiting the farm with us. Thank you to Max and Sophia for sharing their animals with us this week, and come back next week when we learn about baby animals.
To learn more about farm animals, you can visit the library's Hoopla app from the digital collection and check out the following books: Goats by Robin Nelson, Pigs by Wendy Strobel-Disker, and Cows on the Farm by Joanna Mattern.